Now, Burnley fan Alastair Campbell joined us early on in the season, Gabby, and he had
Yes.
this to say about potential promotion. This is interesting.
I would like it if you could win the championship and then have an option to stay in it. Because I find most Premier League games are, let's be honest, a lot of Premier League games are dull.
Alistair, we are the African elephant of radio stations. We do not forget. It's a very good morning, Alistair.
Good morning,
How are
Alistair.
you?
I was about to just tell Gabby what a wonderful bloke you are, and then you stitched me up like that.
You've no idea how long I've been willing to play that for months and months. Listen, what a campaign. I've got to say, Alistair, I mean, brilliant result yesterday, climaxing obviously the promotion. But I want to ask you, I mean, I've been singing the praises of the team defensively. To lose, 14, 15 goals.
I know, it's incredible.
It's remarkable.
And you know what, yesterday, because we've got this thing about the clean sheets and trying to get a kind of world record of clean sheets in one season. I mean, obviously when Sheffield United scored, it was a bit of a kind of a low moment, but that was one of the reasons. Recent weeks, it's just been, during the middle of the season, we were drawing a lot of games, quite a lot of nil-nils, and people were starting to criticise and what have you. But it's just incredible. And those two central defenders, Estev and Egan Riley, they are phenomenal footballers. They really are. Estev is really special. And look, the point I was making back then, Ali, which I think you agree with, is the Championship is an unbelievable league. It's really exciting.
Love it.
You look at some of the. I was talking to somebody in France the other day who says he follows the Championship. He cannot believe the quality, the atmosphere. Away ends are always full, and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So no, listen, I'm absolutely delighted for Burnley to get back up, and Scott Parker has done an amazing job. But the point I was making a hold to. I do think the Championship is a great league.
Alastair, I think like Burnley's defensive record this season outstanding, and obviously, they're not going to concede only 15 goals next season, but they have to make Turf Moor a fortress. I remember playing against Burnley, and I hated it. The fans were on the ad. The atmosphere was horrible. It was wet. It was windy. It was always a tough game when you played at Turf Moor. They've got to continue that next season, haven't they? Make it a fortress.
Well, I remember, and it's by the way, it's at both ends of the field. I remember Lauren Koscielny once did an interview saying the player he most hated playing against was Ashley Barnes.
Yes.
and it was brilliant to see him back yesterday. He only got on for a few minutes, but he did win a free kick in his own half as soon as he came on. But no, it is, and it has to be like that. There's no doubt that just look at what's happened this year. Ipswich, Leicester, Southampton, the three promoted teams going straight back down. And so you've just got to plan for that. And no, we did it before. I mean, you don't forget, not that long ago, we got into Europe and we had those trips to Aberdeen and Athens and Istanbul. Now, I think that's going to be very, very hard to repeat. But the fact is, he's done an incredible job. And, I don't know what you guys think watching them. You know a lot more about football than I do, but I don't know what you think about watching it. It's that I get the feeling with the way that he sets that defence up and the quality of the players, if we can hold on to them all, I think it'd be pretty. I think some Premier League teams would look at that and think, those guys really know what they're doing.
Yeah. Tell me, I'm guessing you were at the game yesterday. Tell me a little bit about the atmosphere. I saw the.
No, do you know what, Ali? I had an absolute massive diary malfunction, and I'm actually overseas at the moment, and so I had to scrabble around and try and find somewhere to watch it. And I couldn't tell you how much I missed it being there. But I think it's. The point Gabby makes about Burnley, it is and I don't know whether all your listeners, I'm assuming lots of people listen to this on the car, in the car rather. But you, when I was waiting, the producers were playing some pictures. They were running some pictures, and there's an aerial shot you did of Turf Moor, and you've been there.
Love it.
It is. I don't know a ground like it that is so central in the town. It is like when you come into Burnley from any angle, because it's sort of set in a bowl. It's kind of the first thing you see standing up above the rest of the town is the football club, and it is so important to the community. And I think you saw that in the way that people reacted, and the way that they've stood by the club in some pretty tough times. And as don't forget, I don't know how old you are, Gabby, but when I first saw Burnley, aged 5, we were reigning league champions. And a quarter of a century later, we had to win the last game of the season to stay in the league. So we have been right up at the top, right down at the bottom. And we you know, and I think even now we're kind of defying gravity. I mean, it's a small town. It's surrounded by huge football names in Manchester and Liverpool. And by the way, Ali, how much did I enjoy seeing Leeds fans celebrating Burnley goals like that? I mean, that was just something else.
But that's the beauty of it, Alistair. You've touched on it. Listen, we know we love going to the Tottenham Stadium. We love going to the Emirates. We love going to Anfield, the new stand. However, there's also something special about going to places like Goodison, which we obviously won't be going much longer, and Turf Moor and places like that. It'd be a crying shame to lose these places, and we're obviously losing Goodison.
I'm really sad about Goodison because I think it's one of the best away ends in the world. Here's a quiz question for you. Only 2 clubs in the Football League have never moved ground. One of them is Burnley.
I got it.
Yeah,
I got it.
Yeah.
Brilliant, Gabby. He's a genius.
He's a genius. What's the other one?
Ali, you go for the second one, Ali.
I was going to say Burnley as well. Right, I'm Goodison.
Blackburn.
No, it's they must have, no, because they shared during the war or something. No, it's Preston North End.
Oh, okay. Very good.
There you go. Do you like go there as well?
Listen, I've got to say, Alastair, congratulations.
Yes, amazing.
And you haven't really said anything that we can play back when you come on the show until you said you're looking forward for Burnley qualifying for Europe and you can get back to Aberdeen. we got you in that one, didn't we? Is that what you said?
By the way, I'm going to see you a lot on the last day of the season.
Brilliant. Are you really?
Yeah, I am, and Kilmarnock the next day as well. I thought I'd have a little trip up memory lane to see some, because that's the other thing. I do like a bit of Scottish football, Ali. You know that.
Oh, I know that well, mate. Well, listen, we'll look forward to seeing you come up. Congratulations.
Thank you, Alastair.
Enjoy your day. We'll catch up soon. Take care.
Cheers,
that was hilarious, man.
Ali,
that
honestly,
was
mate,
absolutely brilliant.
Ali, I can remember it like it was yesterday. Going out for the warm-up at Turf Moor. Freezing, windy, raining, balls to your neck from your centre half, so you're getting absolutely smashed, and you're just like, get me out of here.
I know. Why is
horrible?
Why is it you get grounds? You just
Stoke the same.
It's going to be freezing.
Stoke and Burnley.
It's going to be windy.
Windy,
it's
12 months a year, and you're like, what's going on? But they've got to make it, Ali. They've got to make it a mixture of the Sean Dyche era and the new era, a mix of that, making it a fortress, making it hard to concede goals at home.
I think you're right, mate.
And also having more going forward.
A balance between the two.
Yep.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.